Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the first video of 2025. Happy New Year to you all. I am absolutely pumped to be back at work. I had a good, probably almost 2 weeks off, which is very out of character for me, but much needed. We had a very busy 2024 and I feel like 2025 is going to be even busier, so I needed to be well rested. I hope you all had the same pleasures this Christmas and New Year. Very busy 2024. We got absolutely loads done, including we just, by the skin of our teeth, nipped in and went over the 100,000 subscriber mark. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel and watched all the videos. 12.5 million views this year, I believe. I did do a post on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's shifting_metal, running through all the things we managed to get done in 2024. I think we sold over 200 cars here at Berrow Motors. We launched 2 new podcasts, so that's Dealer Chat and Motor Trade Mentors. Both have gone down really, really well, and have just, an amazing response. And the people who have applied to come on and told me they've learned stuff from it is absolutely incredible. So lots more of that to come this year. If you haven't already subscribed to the Shifting Metal 2.0 channel, that will be in the description below. Make sure you get onto that because there's just loads of useful content if, whether you want to get into the car trade, you're in the car trade, or you just have a general interest in the car trade. Really, really good stuff on there. We made a load of new amazing friends inside YouTube and outside of YouTube, some great people, which is amazing. And then hopefully we're gonna meet even more in 2025. We won some awards. We'll show you those in a minute because we've redecorated the office and we've got them, I've backlit them just so that you just can't miss them. On top of that, through Feel Good competitions, we raised over £10,000 for Jack Guide of Jack's neuroblastoma journey. So that's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for getting involved. We will continue doing that. And in fact, currently, you can still enter our Mercedes ML. There's a prize for £1,000 cash. There's an OBD11 scanner, and that may be it. I honestly can't remember, but if you head to feelgoodcompetitions.com, you can find all that stuff, all in aid of Jack's neuroblastoma journey. So yeah, get involved with that. Earlier in the year, we hit 75,000 subscribers and gave away that £2,000 Tag Heuer watch. And now that we've hit 100,000, we're going to be giving away the £4,000 Tudor that is in the cabinet to my right here. And that brings me on to the dilemma. What do we do for the next milestone? I feel like, what do we aim for? Maybe 200,000 by 2026. What do we give away? Do we do another watch? Do you want to see like an Omega? Maybe a Rolex? Let me know in the comments below. So undoubtedly, we had an amazing 2024. It did have some lows. We lost my mate, Bashkim, who's up on the wall here. That's definitely been the bitter pill for me with this year, but we have to move on. So lots coming this year. In fact, there's loads of changes this year. The kind of success we had in 2024 has really bolstered me and made me want to do more in 25. So we're making big changes here at Berrow Motors, and in fact through everything. There's going to be so much interesting stuff for you to see in 2025, so make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. Just as another thank you, if you haven't already seen some of my merch in this cabinet behind me over here, I'm running like a January sale, just like a whatever, thank you sale, 20% off. If you head to shiftingmetal.co.uk, then you can use the code SM20 and you'll get 20% off. I've got some orders here ready to post out. I'm going to be much better at getting them out because if anyone's ordering it from the website, you know that I'm pretty slack at this, but we're going to be very efficient this year. And there will be some new stuff coming as well. Some people have, there's stuff that's gone out of stock, like I know that XL hoodies and possibly double XL hoodies are out of stock. I think we're pretty much out of stock of t-shirts in some sizes. So we've got a whole new order coming in and we're going to have some new merchandise as well, maybe like limited edition runs. So keep an eye on that. As soon as they come out, I'll let you know on the channel anyway. Now that we have hit 100,000 subscribers, I did say I would do my like car sales story video. So we're going to start filming that, which will be explaining how I got into car sales from, I suppose we'll go all the way back to when I went to college when I was 16 years old. There's a big gap in the middle where I was a plumber and ending up in car sales again. So I'll explain all that. We'll take you to all the places. I'll let you look around as much as you can of what's there now and explain all of that. So that will be coming up. I did promise I would do that. I think it'd be quite an interesting video, even for me, just to look back at some of it. So that will be coming. I feel like it's probably time to do a Q&A again. So I'm gonna do a YouTube community post where you can leave your questions for me. Anything you want to ask me, the weirder and zanier and unrelated to car sales, the better probably. Keep it entertaining for me. I'll put a link to that again in the description so you can find that. Go and put your comments, and maybe mid to late January, we will sit down and do that video, and I will give you the answers to as many of those questions as I possibly can. Today is the 2nd of January. It's our first day back at work. We've got a full complement of staff again, which we haven't had for well over a week now. It's Thursday, so we've got Thursday, Friday, half a day Saturday to finish working, and then we're away Sunday night because we're going to be at the auctions with absolutely loads of people, from Mike Brewer to Chiro of Petrol Hedonism. We're going to have Lee of Car UK. We're going to have James Alford of the Motor Trade Mentors podcast. We're going to have Sheikh Hassan of Motor for You. Who else is coming? There's going to be so many people at this auction, G3's launch auction. So you're going to see lots of auction content coming, which I know most of you really enjoy. So that's good news. I'm hoping we can pick some stuff up as well. Although I'm not sure I have that much money because I have got an awful lot of Cars Bought for More cars to pay for yet. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the auctions. That's why I've been in here, decorating the whole place, getting everything ready so that we can hit the ground running today, because I knew I was going to be away again for the beginning part of next week, and I do want to have like a really productive year. So I will show you everything we've done as far as decorating, why I've done it, and tell you about all of the other changes as I remember them. There's some big changes for Cars Bought for More as well, which I need to explain to you. So let's head out there and have a look at everything I've been doing. Right, so reception has been well overdue, a bit of a tart-up. I keep asking Mark, our builder slash handyman, to do it. And I don't think he wanted to get in the way of operations, you know, to be fair. He wanted to do it one evening, but it just hasn't happened. So I thought those few days in between Christmas we'd come in and do it. So we've just gone for grey walls because they were like scuffed up and horrible. Some fresh white paint on these walls. We've got a nice little Handler Protect clock on the wall, who do some of our warranties for us. They put that up there. We've got some merch hanging on the wall because occasionally we'll get people come in and they want to take a t-shirt away, and I used to keep them all stocked down the farm, so we've kind of changed that around a little bit. We've got our Car Dealer Award, highly recommended, or highly commended I should say, awards on the wall. People will probably moan and tell me they're not straight, but I'm doing my best to keep them straight. They just don't seem to want to stay straight on the wall. Don't ask me why. Got our awards up here. Everything's just tidied up, basically. There's nothing drastically amazing has happened here. We've just tried to kind of freshen it up, keep it streamlined just for the sales side of things. I've got a whole new approach this year. We've even got an employee handbook now. The idea is everyone's going to have their very specific set roles, and it's their responsibility. So if something doesn't get done, it's not a case of like, oh, we all pitch in and I thought he was going to do that, I thought he was going to do that. We've got set roles now and people are expected to do them. Hopefully that'll make things far more efficient. I can't see how it can't really. So that's the plan. So in here is just for sales basically, and we're going to have prep down the farm in the future, hopefully. That's currently being worked on. They're kind of making a valet bay and things down there. And yeah, that's it. I mean, let's have a little look outside because there's a few things out here. People have been telling that we need to like tart up in here, which is fine. Well, I even put on like a little basket for customers and kids and things. I know the staff are probably going to decimate this, but they can if they're really thirsty or hungry, but ideally it's for customers. Let's have a quick look outside. We're going to redo the floor in the showroom. We obviously really need to do this windowsill, which is probably quite rotten. But either way, we're going to wrap this so it's a bit fresher looking, get that done, and I'm going to get our signs people to put some stuff around these pillars, because that's everyone's number one complaint, is these pillars. Problem is, they're big steel pillars holding up this entire roof thing here. We've tried painting them before. You sand them back, you paint them, the rust comes through again. It's just always going to be like that. So I think we're just going to cover them over and make them look as nice as we possibly can. Then follow me. I would love to get rid of the petrol pumps as well. That'd be the next comment we get, but I will make some phone calls, but I feel like it could probably be more involved than I want it to be, but we will see. I'll see if I can get them removed. We're going to have all the fences painted, and ideally, if we've got the prep centre somewhere else, then we can have more cars here for sale. Hopefully that will help our profits at the end of the year. That's about it really for things that we're changing physically, but we'll pop back in the office and I'll tell you about Cars Bought for More and how things have changed there. Right, so most of you will know that my favourite way to buy cars is via my car buying website, which is carsboughtformore.com. We're going to give that a whole revamp. It's been the same as when I set it up in 2020 during the first lockdown. I sat at home. As you probably guessed by now, if you watch this channel regularly, I'm not someone who can just sit around. Very ADHD, very kind of driven and wanting to do something. So I set up this car buying website, and it hasn't really changed a huge amount since then. So we're going to freshen it up. We'll put a nice explainer video on there so that everyone knows exactly how it works. But my biggest frustration with Cars Bought For More has been that there's been a lot of cars that I just can't buy. I kind of refuse or just have to say no politely to more cars than I actually end up buying because they're too far away. They're too expensive for me. I just haven't got the money. Maybe they're a bit too high mileage or a bit too old for me, which is a shame because I'd love to be able to buy everything and sell them, and then sell them to the people that do like to trade and those sorts of things. But the cash involved and needed to do that would just be prohibitive. I think even, you know, the likes of BCA, Stellantis Group, or whatever they're called, Constellation, what are they called? Constellation, I think, you know, struggle with the cash flow of that. So what we've done, I've teamed up with someone who does development. We have completely changed how our system works, how we do the valuations for Cars Bought For More. But most importantly, I've now changed it from either saying, yes, I would like to buy your car and here's a price, or no, I can't buy your car for X, Y, or Z, to those two options. But also, I think your car has a value and someone will want to buy it. It just doesn't happen to be me. So I'm going to put it on my trade platform, basically, which a bit like a motorway or CarWow type system. If you're looking to sell your car, I will put it on there and dealers will get in touch with you in order to buy that car from you at the price that I've already kind of figured out, because I think the benefit of our system is that we actually price it to where I think it is sensible. Not dangling a carrot of saying your car's worth £3,000 more than it is in order to get you onto the website. I'm going to try and give you a fair price that's fair for you and the dealer. Hopefully the dealers will buy from it. Currently, it's not open to trade buyers to get on here just yet. We're just figuring out a few things. Give us a couple of weeks and we will let you know how you can get on there and get access to some of these cars. But in the meantime, if you get an offer from me, it may either say, yes, we'd love to buy it and we'll come and get it from you, or we think this would be of interest to our dealer network and we'll try and get it sold for you that way. So keep your eyes peeled for changes on Cars Bought For More. Of course, if you're watching the channel, if you're subscribed, I'm going to let you know everything that's going on anyway. So just make sure you keep your eyes and ears peeled and I will let you know. That will be it for this video, really. We just want to get this filmed today and get it out so there's something out in the new year. And some of the next videos that will be coming, that's a good point, I should say. The weekly, everyone's favourite. We could have done a few days here, 2.5 days, but we thought it would have been a bit rubbish. So if we can film another video tomorrow, we'll get another one out. But your next weekly video won't come out for a couple of weeks now. If I can find my calendar, the next Berrow Motors Weekly, which I think will be episode 71, Toby says yes, will be on the 18th of January. That's because we film them and they come out a week in arrears, basically, so that we've got time to film it all, edit it all, and get it out for you on the Saturday. There's nothing really happening this week, so we're only in for 2.5 days. So next week we'll be filming the whole week, including going to the auction and all that sort of stuff, and then it'll be out on the 18th. So might build a bit more anticipation for you. It will give you a bit of a break from having to watch me for an hour every week, but it will be back on from the 18th of January and every Saturday from there on out. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much again for watching. Thank you so much for being part of the Shifting Metal team and getting to 100,000 subscribers. Let me know what should be the next goal and what we should be giving away. Don't forget to check out the merchandise. Don't forget to check out feelgoodcompetitions.com for the free entry for the Tudor watch that's up there, and for the Mercedes ML, the cash, and the OBD11 diagnostics tool. And don't forget, if you want to sell your car, head to carsboughtformore.com. If I can't buy it, I reckon I know someone who can. That is it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.